On top story for today for T-Live Media, ANEEJ don applaud Governor Godwin Obaseki unto say in the lead open governance campaign for South region for we country. And on top this story, we state government don still talk say the use of technology and transparency for we state governance system na be the main koko for the administration for Edo State. The African Network for Environment and Economic Justice, ANEEJ, they don't applaud the Ogbonge Governor Godwin Obaseki unto say in they lead the campaign on top open governance for South region for in administration matter for we country. Now Leo Ataku will be the Deputy Executive Director for ANEEJ. Now in talk this one when them get meeting with the Ogbonge Governor and the members of the State Steering Committee on top Open Government Partnership OGP for we government house for Benin City, Edo State. For this meeting, Governor Godwin Obaseki talked to them, say he believes say to run government and to win the hearts of the people where they will state. Now say me person they transparent for everything when they do. On top say in own administration, he they work on top transparency and trust. Governor Godwin Obaseki can say the main koko for his own administration now makes in government made them go back to OGP, that na open government partnership, where we say portal they way information where they everywhere, then go feel they pass and give everybody where they across, make them know how to work on top with state governments. Governor Godwin Obaseki talk say him believe say to run the government now today transparent, and this one now be say anytime when they call them, when the people will put them for office, ask them question on how them take use the things where they take run the government, the resources where they available for we state, them go fit answer unto say them they do them with clear mind and clear hearts. Governor Godwin Obaseki talk this one say he want making administration may he create environment and may he create capacity building. Then I say everybody where they go get training and then go understand what in them they do and go fit follow the focus of the government. Also say one of the main koko way you want to do this year for your administration now to train public servants, may they understand their office work and what the government need from them.
We believe that we must run government transparently to build and win the trust of our people. We must be able to explain at any point in time what we are doing with them, how much of the resources accrue to us, and how we spend it. There should be no secret. I mean, this is what we've subscribed to. In any case, this is who we are. So at any point in time of day or night, you can ask. What hasn't happened is, I guess maybe we're ahead of our time because we had signed and deployed an open government portal with the World Bank about 8 years ago. And because we didn't have this sort of initiative, we were not able to link this to a broader call for open governance. So the emphasis for us now is to go back to the open governance portal, reopen that portal, and try and now feed the information from across the spectrum of government into that portal. Because we have it. I think we're the only state that really has the open model. So for me, it's like, let's just go back and go back to where we were 8 years ago before this initiative took off. As you can see, in terms of procurement for government, we are proud to say no state has as many trained and qualified procurement officers as we have in Edo State. So we do not purchase or procure anything in Edo without going through, the laid down procurement principles. Like I said, I mean, accountability is part of our DNA. For me as a government, and I don't see why if you write to me and I receive a letter today, within a fortnight, you shouldn't get a response on that subject. Even if I'm not resolving the issue, but at least you should hear from me and know that I'm doing something about it. So that process within government to just get is what we're working on. Technology will assist. So what we have done is to ensure that we deploy technology, but deploying technology itself is not the end in itself. It's getting a culture of technology, getting people to just work with technology so that they can have a lot more efficiency and also transparency. So the starting point is creating an environment and creating a system process where you tell people and train them on what to do. So Governor Obaseki alone cannot talk about open government. He needs to put in place a system where every officer in government knows that, okay, they have to, for them to move from one level to the other, they need to go for a training and they need to be taught. And we now re-emphasize with each training those values and those components that underline open governance. With the Freedom of Information Act, if they now feel they need to drill in to get some more proprietary information, then they go through the process. And if there are no breaches of confidentiality, then they should be able to get. So, I guess we're on the same page.
Leo Ataku will be the Deputy Executive Director for ANEEJ. Now he gonna talk during the meeting. He saying notice say Governor Godwin Obaseki now be the first governor for South region for we country. We don't sign on top the Open Governance Partnership (OGP). The Civil Society Association they appeal well. Also say they fit do business well, and they get access to government information and anything where they need, even for the Justice Department for we state.
OGP is about co-creation. And as a matter of fact, the development community is now saying, for example, if I need to receive fund from any development assistance, we must show results. And if you don't show results, no donor will fund you. And one thing I must remind you, you are the first state governor in the South that have now signed on to OGP. And I am a personal testimony that you are actually already living that culture. I raised a fundamental question about security vote in this state. Nobody arrested me. Nobody intimidated me. And that, again, re-emphasizes the fact that as civil society, we can practice our trade without molestation. And that, for me, is something is commendable. And that's the whole about civic engagement. It's about making a government to function. And today, ANEEJ run one of the biggest donor funds in the world in monitoring. And it's because of the work we have done with Edo State governments. On a number of occasions, we have requested from Edo State government to introduce us to our partners. They have done that successfully. So there is a beauty in partnership. The days of we are a guest, we fight, is gone. It's about results. It's about reporting what will impact on the life of the people. And it is a fact that Edo State is one of the first states in this country that have opened that portal. Again, I want to thank you for giving a marching order that we should open that portal.
Now here we see the Tory Reach on top story for today. On top Open Governance Partnership with Governor Godwin Obaseki, we don't lead for we states.